Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I think it's June 7th. I'm going to try to play catch up a little bit on Amy at the Crafty Cat. On YouTube, she's 7212. Crafty Cat 7212. She has the 50 Stack Challenge 6, her sixth time of doing this. And I'm this far behind. I'm going to do number 33 Elegant and number 34 Splatter. Every week she draws 2 prompts, and you have to, as best as it suits you or your journal making, card making, make something that speaks to you about that. So when she drew Elegant, I just so happened to have gone thrifting. I shared it in another video, and I got this jumpsuit. This was one of the sleeves. And I cut it off with full intention of sitting down and making the prompt, and I got sidetracked because I was so preoccupied with the library. And I also got this little clutch. I think I paid 50 cents, and I think I paid $2.50. I can't remember. I really don't want to cut this up, but it's threadbare right here. If this was in good shape, I would not do it. I would collect it. The word is hoard. Hello. It's got a little lipstick inside, so it's not sellable. You couldn't resell it or anything. So that's what I'm going to do. And then in the meantime, my friend Margaret that gifts me stuff all the time, my Margaret I call her, she gave me 2 different kinds of ribbon. She's always got something pulled out. There were other things with it I can't recall, but I thought, I'll just throw that in. So what I think I'm going to do, I just dug in my closet. I was looking for a Time magazine or a Look or Life magazine that had Jackie Kennedy in it. And I know I have one. I know I have some I know I have some Look magazines from the 60s. And Jacqueline Kennedy she was elegant to a T in that era. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a tag. This is the paint one. I'm already thinking about the paint one. I'm just going to make a tag, and I'm going to put this Montgomery Ward, I think it was 1929 or something like that. It was the first year they ever made it, and it was 2 years combined, and it's in my closet. I've shared it before. This is pretty elegant if you can walk around in that. So I think I'm just going to add this, and I think I'll worry about what I'm going to do with it when that time comes. In that, my chair, of course, because chair, you know what? I remember this doesn't work so good. I'm going to have to put black on the edges. I'm just going to tear because I like tearing. What else? What's new, guys? The library thing is over with. I am happy about that. This is going to have to be glued. It's not going to be able to. Let's just do that right now. I've never opened this yet. This is my new one. What shall we use? What shall we use? Is this any good? Got a bunch of flowers this week and planted. They had the hanging baskets at my flower shop. Last year, she did it in June, and so my friend and I think we bought like 6 or 7 each. She has a $5 sale on the hanging baskets. Now, a hanging basket is, this year they're 27 something for the 8-inch, and the 10-inch are probably 39. She sold them for $5. She sold the 8-inch for $5 from 27, and the bigger ones she sold for $10. So I bought a $10 one, and I repotted it into like a corn basket, not a corn basket. Yeah, like a basket. I wanted to put other stuff. That's all right. We're just going to go with it. Let's just tear a little bit. What do you call it? Like a bushel basket, like those black bushel baskets. That's what I did. And I lined it with burlap, the basket, for drainage and to keep keep the soil in. I don't know if this black is going to work. You know what I'll use? I'll use a Sharpie pen. Let's see how that works. So that's up by my door on a bright yellow. I have a bright yellow, I wish I could find my words today, bar stool. I thrifted it for $10 and I painted it bright yellow, and it sits right in a little corner by my front door. There's a little, well, where you come down the steps. It's on the side of the rail before you go around the corner. And I put this big, beautiful petunia in it. It's in purples. And it's huge. It is a huge plant. It's quite striking, actually. And I said I wasn't going to have petunias this year. My neighbor laughs at me because I love them. And every year I get mad because they get leggy and they just, about August, they get really ugly. So this year I'm going to just try to keep up with them. And I told her also, I said, I'm sick and tired of watering flowers. Anything I buy is just going in the ground. Like perennials that come back every year. Oh, well, I haven't stuck to that because I dragged home 3 $5 baskets of petunias, and I put one in my shopping cart. I have a Piggly Wiggly shopping cart. They go for about $85. Mine I got from the side of the road probably 30 years ago. I've had it since all my kids were little. And actually, it's right around the corner where I live now is where I got it, but her name is Levon, and I don't know why she had a shopping cart, but I've planted it every year for years. Now, I have to decide how I'm going to do this, because I guess I'm talking and not thinking. I want a piece of this. I think I want more of the sheer. So I put a big, big petunia in that. That's out in my backyard where I have a complete flower bed all the way across the back of my yard. And I usually had it at the end of my driveway, kind of crooked. So when you pulled in my driveway, there was this shopping cart, and the stuff just hangs out. But I decided I didn't want to do that this year. You know what? I think I'll cut these appliques out, maybe. So what else? Let's see. I think I'll go straight down and have some of the netting. Plenty more where this came from if I don't like what I do. No idea what I'm doing. I'm just guessing. Is that the wrong side? Nope. Shall we do that? Or should we have it behind? I think I want it to be hidden like a veil. Because she's gorgeous. I'm not going to use the German. Oh, the thing about Edinburgh, that's out. Do I want the German? I had this one too. I was trying to decide. This is a beautiful straight line coat as New York wears it. And then it was $42. Black, gray fur, or dark tan brown fur. And a lot of them had dog fur. It says vacuna fur, but a lot of them said some kind of dog fur. What? I don't remember. Wolf something. Must have been before the... This I could put on the back for just information, couldn't I? That might be kind of fun. Let's see, where did I put that? What else have I been doing? I got a new bed delivered yesterday. The box spring is coming today. It came separate. My son ordered the bed, the mattress, and he had it delivered here. He told me he wanted to pay for a new bed for that room because I was redoing the second bedroom. It's the guest room. And I took everything out, painted it, just basically gutted the room. And I think that information's kind of interesting, so we don't want to get rid of that. And he said, let me buy the bed. And I texted him and I said, did you buy the bed yet? Because if not, I'm going to go ahead and get the box spring so I can get it in the frame. And we'll worry about the mattress later because I'm just dying to get it all put together. It's actually done. I've even got the decor on the walls. Yesterday I bought 3 brass candlesticks, a pillar thing. They're gorgeous. Should we put a piece of this somehow? This could hang, couldn't it? Let's just see what that's going to look like. I don't think so. I'm just playing. You can shout no at the screen all you want. It's just playtime. I don't like that. I think this is all I'm going to do. I think I'm going to put this above her head, like a tab. That's the wrong side. Careful about that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I'm going to put it at the top. Boy, this isn't very, detailed. I have it so it flips up. I might put I think I will put a eyelet through it. Actually, yeah. I don't think it'll probably, I only have little ones. I've got to order big ones. I wish I knew where to get a bulk amount of big ones that I don't have to have the tool and do the bottom. These aren't going to work. That's not going to work. I don't think that will work. We'll see. Let's see. So anyway, I have a mattress laying in my kitchen floor. I can walk around it fine. It's right down the middle. So hopefully when the box spring gets here today, I can throw that in. And it's a metal one that you have to put together. I didn't want a wood one. And it just sits on the frame. Okay, where'd you go? I don't know what this is set at. This is set at the little is C3. These things are a pain. A, B, B, C, 3. You can buy replacements for these. That's 4. Oh my word. I cannot tell where I'm at. Sorry about this. Oh my gosh. That's 4. There's 3. Interesting that it looks bigger than 4. And why do you have different sizes anyway? They only have 2 sizes of eyelets. I don't get it. Okay. Where's the whole thing? I think it's in. Okay. Nope, missed it. Oh, this could be joyful. This is where you probably wish you had the other one, the other tool, where you could see what you're actually doing. Do, 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 do. My stray kitties. I think I missed it again. I got it. Ah. Well. Let's use a black thing. Black. Oops. Oh, you know what would be pretty? Hold on. Hold on. I have some pretties. Hold on. I have a dangle that's beaded. But yeah. This one. Well, I had one with other things. This has a cross on it. I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to add this. And I'm going to add a piece of this. Here we go. Let's cut it up. How shall we do it? Well, let's put this in first. And maybe I'll add some gold dangles. A piece of this. How do we do it? We just do it. That's interesting. Let's just cut a strip of it and add it. So it's like a fabric swatchy kind of thing. Actually, I think I have some black velvet too, somewhere. Where should we put this? Maybe we'll put this. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap it because it's wanting to curl. So we're just going to let it curl. Just let it happen. There we go. Whoa. Took my granddaughter thrifting after the library talk. My thrifty friend, my BFF, my neighbor, Lisa, we went. I said, "You want to go thrifting?" And my granddaughter came to watch. And she's going to be 13. Is she 13? She's 13. Or is she 12? She's 12. Anyway, she was going to go to the pool. She had her pool bag with her. So when the talk was over, she was going to go to the pool. When I said thrifting, she wanted to go thrifting because she loves dresses and she wanted to find a dress. Okay, the next one is paint splatter. And what was I going to do with paint splatter? Just going to make a tag. I'm just going to layer some stuff. I'm going to write the name of a paint. Let's fake a number. Let's go. Well, actually, I think I got brushes. I was going to make a pocket. That's what I was going to do. I'm going to go date. Let's go 3. 35. Okay, title. Cobalt. We'll just say cobalt. Paint. Mixed. George Hammer. don't know the hardware store. I'll just call it Midtown Hardware. That's good enough. We're not going to get crazy. Remember, don't overthink. Okay, let's ink it up. I should grunge it a little. Actually, I'm going to tear it. Of course you're tearing it. Why wouldn't you? My stray kitty was here this morning waiting. Yesterday he was sitting looking up at the door. Not kidding. It was so cute. But I still can't catch him. His eye still looks terrible. I hope he doesn't have fleas because I don't want him to give them to my kitties because mine like to go outside and run a little. So, anyway, this is going to be a pocket. So let's make a pocket. I'm going to have to glue it on. I'm going to have to cut it. Where's my cutter? Nothing's really put away yet. I don't know where my cutter is. Great. I don't know where my cutter is. So we're going to just make a pocket. Mitzi, we're making a pocket. A pocket. I need to have Joey card maker. Oh, I miss him. He's MIA. He's probably working on, I bet he's working on a kit for Christmas or something. That would be my guess, because he takes a long time to do his kits. He just curates everything in such detail. From the paint colors, Joy Card Maker's who I'm talking about. I actually don't want summer to end, but I can't wait for Christmas kits. They're my favorites. Oh my gosh. Him and Amy, I'm sure a lot of other people do great kits, but those are the only two that I do. I did this so we could have some kind of a lip. Actually, I won't shorten the sides yet because I don't know where it's going. Does that make sense? The kits are fabulous. Well, let's stay on the line. Okay, what is this splatter? I don't even have my paint to splatter over here. I'm just gonna, okay, what do I need to put behind that? Let's put some, we don't want German. Let's just put this behind it. Some book page. I don't usually use book page. I'm not a good layerer. I shouldn't say that, but I don't layer like a lot of the girls. They're so good at it. Let's do that. So I want to do this. I'd like to do the next one. I'm going to recharge my phone because I woke up at 2 in the morning and drained my battery a little bit. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up at about 5:30 and I managed to get my phone down to practically nothing. I think I'm running on 50%. My Miriam, my lady in Iran, her cave is that I follow on YouTube. Her second room to her cave got plastered yesterday. I know, I'm weird. I love watching her and her children. It just is incredible how, what's the word when somebody is so, they can just do all the things, you know, you know, when you have nothing and you make something out of it, like how do you, you know, my mom always said, well, my mom didn't say it, my grandma told me that my mom could make a chicken last 3 meals when she was, my mom was married prior to my dad, and she had my 2 sisters, and he was an alcoholic, and he stole all her money, sold her sewing machine, did all kinds of terrible things. She found a place to live with, maybe they were living there, but she walked to town to work, and the farmer and the wife, they had this guest house, and they let my mom and my sisters live there. I think this will be able to be. And, you know, she would boil the chicken and have the broth and probably make a soup and probably kept a couple pieces and did God knows what with those. 2 little girls. My mom was a smart cookie. So by the time she passed away at 48, they had 3 franchises, her and my dad. They had a Radio Shack dealership. They had a huge carpet and drapery business, custom-made draperies, curtain rods, and all that. They sold furniture. And, but they were 47 and 50, and they both died of cancer. So, you know, I had a man the other night say, was a neighbor, but he was talking about his wife, and when he met her, she had 2 kids. And he said she was barely making it. If it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have made it. And I said, don't say that. And he goes, she was struggling. And he was telling, you know, what her life was like and how her husband was an alcoholic. He raised her kids now, basically. And they're all grown. And they've asked him to be adopted, full-grown adults with high school kids. And they said, will you adopt us? And they did that last summer. It was beautiful. And I think I'll put a hole in this and dangle this and this. And this needs a thing. Where are they, though? Well, I'm going to have to steal one off of this. I have a whole jar full. And I said, don't say that. Don't discount what you don't know now what would have become of her life then. That just kind of upset me because there's a lot of strong women and strong single women with children. And I'm going to put a thing on the back of this. One of these. I don't want to do an eyelet. Just pop this on there. I think it'll be fine. Let's put this in there. Let's put this. Should we put this behind it? It doesn't hang very nice. Let's put it in front. Do this and this. Actually, I'm going to turn it. Why is it there and there? Okay. So, paint splatter. I have to splatter. Okay, let me pause. I don't even have my paint in my brush. Okay, we're ready. I wanted to make sure it was going to splatter before I got on here, and it wouldn't splatter. I don't splatter it very often, like never. It's not my thing. It looks cool. A lot of people do it. Maybe that's why I don't do it, because other people do it. Does that make sense? And this, it's a mess. So that is all I'm going to do to this, guys. There's my paint splatters, and they're getting all over my lady. That was dumb. All right, paint splatters, done. Put this on. I'm gonna punch a hole. Oh, where's my wipes? Oh, Amy, I feel so good to have caught up again. Please, no drama. Although T-ball is starting. But that's at night. And I got a new client. And I got told that she had a couple friends that want in. So that means 3 new clients. And all because the little doggy I babysat, all because I've cleaned her house for 4 years, 3 years, probably 4 years. And I was referred to by her. So obviously they're happy. She's happy. Oh, by the way, she had to put her little doggy down, the one I babysat. Okay. And it's extremely heartbreaking to everybody. I just, sad. I'm going to put a hole in this. Actually, I think I want something on the back side to make it a little stiffer. It's better to go through a couple because then the eyelets are baggy. Does that make sense? They're kind of like loose and they don't stay in very good. I use a lot of eyelets. I can't even tell you how many eyelets I go through. A lot of eyelets. So let's put that on there. And let's give it a new hole. And I'm not gonna, well, I might as well put an eyelet on it. If it says I'm not gonna, then I say I'm gonna. Oh, that would have been cute. Actually, I could just glue that on. Yeah, let's just glue that on. Why not? Okay, whoa, come on, cooperate. I'm gonna just put this right on there. There's a cute little pop of color. All right, I'm done. That's it. I'm gonna hang this on. I do love my dangles. Okay, let's look. What do we have here? Let's put this out. I'm not very organized today because I'm excited to be able to sit down and craft. Lordy. Okay, we have elegant. And I guess it's elegant. There she is. There's a piece of paint on there. I'll clean that up. There's my elegant. And here's my paint splatter. Or splatter. And that's from the Montgomery Ward. They're both from the same Montgomery Ward catalog. This was page 705. Elegant. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you, Amy, for hosting this. There's other ladies that are doing it. Nancy Piter. Carol Laws, I think, is doing it. I'm not for sure. Yeah, she is. Carol Laws is doing it. Mitzi 307 Junk Journal. So this is ready for a very tall page. But it could be trimmed down, so I'm not concerned. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to see if I can play catch up some more. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.